So he's taken everything that was out in the open. Well, that's a good angle, at least, on this red. Of course, he's not easy along there.
40.
He'll be playing it fairly slowly to get out for the black. And that's why it was a good shot, I think. Now the red up the table I was speaking about earlier on. That looks A1 to me.
48. $49.
My guess is the right-hand red is the one he'll play on, swinging the cue ball. Take it off the left cushion, across to the right for that red out on its own. Well, of course, he's a left-hander, so this time it doesn't suit him. So this could be missed, actually.
53.
Yeah, it wasn't as easy as the previous. So there's just a glimmer for Ronnie O'Sullivan here. Mathematically, he can win, but the balls are awkward.
$59 still available. 52 the deficit for O'Sullivan.
What a delightful shot. The balls are not as awkward now. The colours never were, but it was just the reds. And he just glanced off a couple. That was cleverly played. Now that was not a good shot. He played to hit, screw that off the cushion, and he knew he'd be on the other one.
8.
I think this plant is what he's looking at. And if he plays it, he's not easy. The only other option I could think of would be cushion first on the bottom red to pot it. Here's the big shot. That looks pretty good to me.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
And now there's nothing safe. Robertson is more than happy to see pink and black away from their spots.
Potted a great one to get in for his initial break. Not quite so accurate this time.
One.
Well, there's another one that has to go in. 43 is the difference now. If he misses this, then he can only tie the frame, but he's got to pop this really. No idea that went in. I know he gave it every chance, but that hit the bottom jaw. That shouldn't have dropped.
8.
Well, that will give him confidence for this shot if the last one can go in along the other cushion.
9.
Struck that one a lot more cleanly.
Yeah, I mean, that black, I'm not one of the people that goes on about the pocket sizes, but how on earth did that go in? And those small margins can be crucial, can't they, at this level? Now, if he wins his frame, then there is some great significance to that going in. Anyhow, still got to do it, and the pink will be an obvious problem, really.
It would be a hurtful frame for Robertson to lose.
22.
He's had a couple of shots at frame ball.
25.
From where the blue is, it's quite a hard shot to either get in behind the pink or move it. If anyone can, the man at the table can. Such a creative
29.
player. but trust me, this is not an easy shot to play. Just didn't feel right. It felt
34.
like the cannon was very difficult to get, but he's very much in there. He's played the cross double. Goodness me, where's this cue ball going?
Crowd getting involved early.
Well, the black's even more difficult, I think. This is a horrible shot. And this, if he misses this and gets close to it, it stays over the pocket. Oh, what a clearance, Philip.
What a dramatic start to our second semi-final here in Shanghai. Ronnie O'Sullivan saw Neil Robertson make a break of 53, but a cross double on the final pink and a pressure black disappears. O'Sullivan leads 1-0.
Playing a very patient waiting game here, O'Sullivan. Robertson's playing a lot of shots from where he's going to play that next one in that top left corner. Chance, it was very well played. I think the snooker in behind the green is favourite here. Well, Ronnie has got him rattled in this most recent exchange. Robertson had missed a couple before that, but he has a 42-point lead. That's exactly what he's done. He hasn't got lucky.
One.
Good shot to get the pink back on its spot. High scoring ball and at the right end of the table for O'Sullivan.
8. $14. $21.
The line of the shot, the blue's in the way. Very well played. The thing about Ronnie O'Sullivan is that because he can play left-handed on shots, you don't see him use the wrist much, but when he does, I think he's as good as anybody.
28.
Speak about Sean Murphy and Karen Wilson, great wrist players. O'Sullivan can play with the rest all right.
29.
A great deal on the snooker table that he can't do, actually.
O'Sullivan has got stronger since he's turned 40.
3 blacks with these last 3 reds, and yellow and green means he doesn't need the brown. Lower value colours he does. Wonder if he's going to pick up on that here.
44.
I think much he can do, I suppose. So, like I say, Brown will certainly come into play. O'Sullivan needs it to win. more pots after he knocks this next one in.
Wow. That is some fluke. The crowd are smiling. That man isn't. It's the yellow by quite a distance. Flew into the centre pocket.
55.
Playing it left-handed as well. Yeah, if he needed the blue, he might have thought about it, but this is the one he needs. He can give it his full attention. I expect him to play it fairly slowly.
Well, the fluke was crucial on the yellow. And Neil Robertson, who's played some very good snooker at the start of this match, may well be scratching his head shortly, thinking to himself, how am I behind?
Well, the answer is O'Sullivan, barring snookers, has stolen 2 of the 3 frames with impressive clearances, it has to be said. But in both of them, Robertson was in command.
One snooker needed then. Oh, we have done without the kiss on the jaw. That just about sets the seal on a very frustrating frame for Neil Robertson, who led early and did have chances. But in the end, a fluke helps Ronnie O'Sullivan to a 2-1 lead here in Shanghai. Oh, goodness. Miscue. Can't believe it.
Well, that's hurtful.
What's happened? He hasn't lost his tip, has he? Oh, my goodness. Well, he certainly lost a lump out of it by the looks of things.
Well, that means what that very likely means is that the players will have to take a 15-minute recess. Because what that actually means is that he'll need time to replace his tip.
It's very close. It's very close. Great safety, and that's what he played. Going round the 3 cushions. Tap on the table there from Neil Robertson, appreciating that good safety. Can't afford to play the lower one. Just getting the line first time round.
Foul and miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Oh, a little closer.
Foul
Can't
and
afford
miss.
to catch the
Ronnie
red
O'Sullivan,
too
4.
thick.
Well, it's stacking up in terms of points now. That's 4 times he's
Ronnie
missed.
O'Sullivan, 4.
He's got there, but too thick. And left O'Sullivan with a chance.
Last season, last frame of the Players' Championship final in Preston. Ooh, that was surprising.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
Now, what's the damage? That yellow just travelling enough. And a surprising miss.
Well, this is where Robertson knows he's got to take advantage, and as Joe said, they're all there, all out in the open.
Well, now he's got the problem that O'Sullivan had. There was no easy red to play for. He's got to be spot on with his position or play a cannon here. And look slow.
14.
He needed a good recovery, and he got one. And can he see the pink? The yellow, a little awkward.
22.
Yeah, we saw him on that yellow, looking at where he wanted to leave the cue ball, as you say, with the red, and just seemed to take his eye off the pot.
30.
So this red is missable. Good pressure pot from Robertson there. That was missable. And a nice angle on the pink to get to the yellow. Like a straight pull back to the green. He's got to work the cue ball now. Oh, and he's miscued.
Wow, that's the tip again. We were saying about the damaged tip, which he hasn't repaired. Oh dear.
But again, this isn't a gimme. Okay, good positional shot there from O'Sullivan.
Well, it's a tale of two yellows in this frame. O'Sullivan missed it initially to give Robertson the chance, and then Robertson playing with a damaged tip, miscued. That's given O'Sullivan this opening, and already 2 snookers needed.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9.
Oh, that's
12.
a little short. He wanted a little bit more pace in the cue ball there. He can get into the pack, but not with as much power as what he would have. And not on anything. Good recovery shot. But couldn't put anything on the cue ball to avoid that red on the cushion. So surely this time the safety. Well, maybe not. Oh, well, what can you do about shots like that? Bridging over the red. The blue was tough enough. Had the red not been there bridging over.
It's already the best 23 break you'll ever see.
24.
He said, as I mentioned earlier, felt he was lacking sharpness against Wilson, but the point is he still won. And now he's starting to look really good.
Well, if the pink goes, he's in business.
30.
This time a better angle on the blue to go into them. Now this time it's worked out better. He's developed the pink and black. Coming down for that red by the black spot. But chose to play for this red. So that if he does pot the black, The black spot's free. But he can concentrate on the pink and blue now. He can win the frame easily from the pink and blue.
$49.
Could go wrong.
$56.
So the red's queuing up to be potted into the left corner. But getting to that side of the table a little bit more difficult. Yeah, a little bit more difficult because he played it with right-hand side on the cue ball. Again, he's given Neil Robertson a chance to hit straight back.
One.
Now he would like the black back on its spot. Pink not in the best position to get to. Right down at the bottom of the cue ball.
7. $13.
Ordinarily, you'd fancy him, but he's got this issue with his cue. Damaged tip, which cost him the last frame.
That relatively easy blue.
19.
Perfectly onto the blue to get to this last red. Inch perfect. And he looked at playing for the pink this time round. Would he need the pink and black? David's normally quicker at that than me.
25.
Well, he's going to need them all, isn't he?
And that's why he's considering the pink, getting the pink back on its spot. Yeah, good shot. It makes the black a little bit easier to get to from the pink spot.
31.
If he gets that far, it's not a gimme, that black.
33. 36. $40.
Doesn't want to be straight. And nothing for being straight on the pink here. Either side is good,
45.
but straight.
$51.
Oh, that's a little bit too much. Oh, now, big decision to make. If he plays to pot it from there, he's got to play it dead weight to give the black every chance. Otherwise, it's the safety. Just a little bit too hard in potting the pink. No.
What a sickener for the Aussie. I bet he wishes now O'Sullivan had just won the frame when he was in. He had the chance. He didn't quite come right on the black. He's left it hanging invitingly in the jaws. In it goes, and Ronnie O'Sullivan's back in front. Another very dramatic frame. And it's Ronnie O'Sullivan leading in Shanghai, 6-5.
look at that for a shot from O'Sullivan. Terrific red, terrific cannon, and a chance. Just so talented. Had a go at the red, and as I say, missed it thin.
9.
Left the red on, but my word, what a red he potted there, O'Sullivan. Now, chance maybe to go into the reds, develop them, stay on the red. Played it perfectly, just above the cue ball, into the same pocket.
17.
So, thinking all the time, which is the best red to play for. And things happen so quickly. O'Sullivan's at the table. Straighter on the blue than he wanted. To where he is now and play those two reds. So they obviously don't go, so playing the more difficult red to the left corner. Right in the middle. No danger of missing that one.
37.
And the kids could have been kinder. No, but just struck it in easily.
Looked set to go 6-4 down. First frame of the evening was big. It's when Robertson miscued on the yellow. Had a chance to really get O'Sullivan
50.
under pressure.
51.
Yeah, that miscue on the yellow in the first frame of this evening has proved very costly.
I think apart from anything else, it just planted a seed of doubt in Robertson's mind as well. If you're not confident in your
58.
equipment, then, you know, it's already hard. You're playing Ronnie O'Sullivan,
59.
but that's on your mind as well. It was always going to be a tall order. You'll need red and a colour.
Not quite hard enough for the easier reds. But everything going in the middle of the pocket. There's no danger of anything missing.
Yeah, that's what's been impressive, really. Even when he's not been in an ideal position, he's kept on potting. And this is the ball that's going to put him in the final. Ronnie O'Sullivan then with a chance to win a third successive Shanghai Masters. It's Sean Murphy, the last man standing in his way.
70.
And what a final it's going to be. Sean Murphy playing at his best again. It's great to see. And O'Sullivan starting to hit the ball well.
78.
Don't miss it. We won't.
Best of 21. 200,000 to the winner. And 100,000 to the runner-up. Big money match.
85. 86.
So is he going to finish with a second century? Neil Robertson obviously will look back on this match thinking about the 6th frame where he damaged his tip. And after that, he was always up against it, although, of course, he did make a century after that in the last frame of the session.
91.
Chose not to put a new tip on.
92.
But the other problem he had was who he was playing. Ronnie O'Sullivan, first tournament of his 28th season as a professional, still
99.
producing the goods. It's another century, second of the session, just underlining how well he's playing. He should have been out. Karen Wilson was 5-1 up had chances to beat him, didn't put him down. The only man who can do that now is Sean Murphy.
109. 112. 116. 121.
One of the most remarkable careers of any sports person. Continuing at the very highest level.
127.
Nearly 3 decades on from when he turned pro. Quite incredible. And a trademark show-stopping finish, a second century from Ronnie O'Sullivan. The post-mortem over the tip, obviously that did not help Neil Robertson's chances. And O'Sullivan sympathetic as the players, as I say, conduct their own post-mortem into this semi-final. But the fact remains, it's Ronnie O'Sullivan the winner by 10 frames to 6, and he will play Sean Murphy in the Shanghai Masters final here on Sunday.